This is a day that the Lord has made. Gabe, hey. How's it going? What time is it for you? I'm doing good. I was not going to come live, but I decided to go ahead. I'm trying to see where the dog. Oh my goodness, 12:29. So you're 3 hours ahead. You're 3 hours ahead of me. Let me see what happens if I turn. That's not too bad. I had company over, and then I decided, let me go live. Hello, hello. Wow, happy Saturday, y'all. I just finished watching UFC. How was your day? You had fun? You know what? I did a lot of planning for the week. What is that noise? Cooked, cleaned, washed clothes. And then I had an unexpected guest come over. It was good. It was fun. Yeah. Actually, I'm trying to find the right angle. What about you? What about everyone else? How was your day? Hello, hello, whoever is there. Yeah, I'm sitting outside. There is a sliver of moon. I noticed. You just can't really see it over here. What on earth is Sigma? I think so, Gabe. Yeah, the other people I really don't know. I don't know at all. I feel like I somewhat know you, Gabe. You've been hanging out, but we're supposed to get rain. Let me check that weather. When is the rain coming? Oh, we're still on schedule for tomorrow rain. Today we don't have any. I don't even know who these. Son, huh? Is he coming out? In? I need to move y'all because I do not want my son's friend to see me. I got up so quick, y'all. I'm still here. I'm trying to hide. I'm not dressed for like I was not expecting my company to come earlier. And so I'm definitely not dressed for my son's friend. You like the rain? Everyone a clean feeling. Yeah. It smells good too when it rains. I need to see what's going on. Oh, I guess they're gonna hang out in the garage. Oh goodness. Um okay guys, hold on. I'm still here, but let me go off camera because I need to go get something inside. Oh, what are you doing over there? Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm home, and my son has a friend over, and I was like, I'm not dressed for no company. I'm sitting in the backyard though. It's getting a little bit warm out here, so I just needed something to fan me with. Fan me with. Oh my goodness, I'm laughing at myself. Astro, did you stream today? If he's still here. No streaming today. Good for you. I know when I first started streaming, it was addicting. But I'm getting better at managing when I come online. Hello. My son wanted to drive my vehicle to his friend's house. He's not allowed to because. Do I like the rain? Yes, I do. Hey, Miracle. So, anyways, I had to. I dropped him off at his friend's house. And it's been so long since I took him to his friend's house because now that he's driving. And you guys, I turned and was going somewhere else, and my son was like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Oh, I thought I made the right turn." So I had to turn around and get back on track. Miracle, how are you? I might do one in a bit, but only to celebrate Sunday. All right. My day was good. Miracle, my son has had a few accidents already. They're very minor, but I just, yeah, he's not allowed to drive my cars anymore. Insurance is very expensive when you have an accident. And so, like the last accident he had, it was in the parking lot at school. And there was just like a small dent in my vehicle, but it like smashed the whole front end of somebody else's vehicle because he started to turn too early. So that's why I'm like, okay, my child's. Yeah, that was one accident. The other one was more damage, but yeah, we had to be careful. You're eating pizza, Miracle? Is football the reason number 2 for liking Sundays? I don't know. Astro, are you a football fan? I don't think you are. And so I had to change my insurance company that I had for many years because they increased my insurance like $500 a month. It's ridiculous. So I had to find another insurance company that would only insure me, and that was a stressful situation. And so I'm like, I'm the only one on here. You are not driving my vehicles. It is Miracle. It's horrible. Hey, Lady Sky. It's because this world has turned into. There's so many like lawsuits because people want to get a paycheck, and so it has made insurance very expensive. You know what, Miracle? It feels good, and then I get a little bit warm, and then it feels good. I'm doing good, lady. Yeah, I wish I would have handled it differently looking back, but that was like a first time. Yeah, I was very upset with my insurance company. I'm glad you're doing good, Lady Sky. Asher went on an amazing hike earlier with my father and my dog. It was one of the most beautiful experiences I've had in months. That's cool. Miracle says it's supposed to rain. Yeah, tomorrow there is rain in my forecast. Oh, there's a plane. I like to sit outside and look at the planes at nighttime. So yeah, I follow the rules, you guys, and hopefully we'll figure it out. That one day he can drive my cars again. What is going on with my hair? Asher says the sun was covered up with clouds, but as soon as we got to the top, the sun revealed itself again. We prayed, God bless the sky. It's so amazing. Oh, you know, speaking of a hike, my nephew went for a nighttime hike. Well, he's, I guess, on a hike right now with his friends. Um, it's like an hour and a half away from here. And I'm thinking, I don't think I would go hiking at nighttime. I think it's somewhere new for him, so especially when you don't know the area. It was during sunset too. That is awesome, Astro. Casanova, you made it. How's it going? I'm doing good sitting outside. I did see your comment earlier, Casanova, and I was like, that you're like, hopefully you come on live, I'll catch you. If not, I won't, whatever. And I was like, you know what? Should I go live? Whenever I happened to read the comment. And then I had company come over. Yes, it is hard to meet people you connect with. Very true. 5 people, 5 likes. That's what I see on my end. Yeah, I had company come over very late. And then my son is at his friend's house, or he was. So when my company left, I was like, you know what? Let me go live. You like to be in here? Is that what you're saying, Casanova? In the background, when nobody pays attention to you because nobody knows me, I like to have my own business and everybody mind their own. Oh, you like to be in the background. Yeah, so I'm sitting outside, listening to the planes, looking at the planes that pass by. Well, now my son made it home with his friend, and I'm really not dressed. So I feel like I'm stuck in the back porch now until his friend leaves. Asher says it made me realize this. I do not deserve any of what I have. I have and always will remain imperfect. But by God's grace, here I am. I still truly believe that I do not deserve it, but I am blessed. Amen. Astro. Casanova says, yeah, that's the best place to be. It's peaceful. Drama when you want. Yeah. My son came in and he didn't know I was sitting in the back porch. So I was knocking on the window and he's like, he yells, my friend is here. I'm like, okay. I think I need to get up early, you guys, and go to work for a quick minute. I have to pop into work. So I need to get up early for that. Because somebody is supposed to be moving out today, and they need to be out by midnight. Or else then they start, it kicks into June rent or whatever. So this will be interesting. What did you guys do today? So Astro said he went for a hike. I know that Gabe was watching UFC. What about everybody else? Okay, so my company was my little nephews who have done the live stream with me. They didn't ask to go live today. But they were little hypers going up and down the stairs, which I don't mind. But the dog was barking. He's probably thinking, I never hear all that noise, like something is going on. So the dog kept barking. And then my little nephew, who's 3, he was like not being very obedient. And I was like, you need to listen to your mama. I was giving him a little lesson. Asher says to end off that statement, we do not deserve Jesus, but Jesus deserves us with him. Casanova says, will keep me updated. I'm at the hospital. Oh my goodness, Casanova. Did all that happen today? Laundry, cleaning, and errands, all the cool stuff. Yes. I'm just curious, Casanova, what did they do? Asher says church is tomorrow, and I cannot tell you how excited I am for it. You lose sleep over that Astro? Oh, wow. Hello, Mr. Maintenance. Oh, it was a day and a half ago. I was wondering where you were at yesterday when I did my Friday evening live stream. I was like, where is Casanova? How's it going, Mr. Maintenance? How's it going, Gia? Yes. Okay, you guys, the only time I've been in the hospital, you had a lot of things to get done. The only time I've been in the hospital was when I had my son. And I was actually in there longer than normal because my body just didn't like, just to try to keep it simple. Sometimes your first pregnancy is hard on the body because it's like doesn't know how to react, I guess. So I had a lot of problems apparently. I thought it was normal because it's my first time. So I was in there for about 4 days, 5 days. But let me tell you, it was so nice to be served. I mean, I was always getting poked throughout the night. They were always like checking on me, but it was just a wonderful experience for me. Yeah, you gotta stop worrying, Casanova, and give it to God. Like, if you don't pray or have a relationship now, start that relationship with God and He's gonna help you. Gia thinks I'm motherly. Gabe says, I live near a park. I saw 3 coyotes while smoking in the backyard. I've been seeing them a lot recently. Oh, do they come out because of the weather, maybe? Casanova says, that makes me think how life is so delicate. Yes, exactly. When something like that happens, it does. It changes, like, it makes you reflect and reprioritize things. Astra says, there was one time that I remember going to the hospital that happened about 2.5 years ago. I had a stomach flu and I lost so many fluids and electrolytes. I had to get a flu shot. Oh, wow. Amen. Barb is here. Hello, Monica. Let me say that over. I've been to the hospital, but I never stayed overnight. The only time I stayed overnight was when I was having my son. That's what I want to say. Usually if I go to the hospital, it's like check in, check out within a few hours. Ashley says, I was sitting in one room for 5 to 6, 7 hours, still one of the most traumatizing sicknesses I ever had. Ashley says, the flu went on for about 6 days and it was the worst 6 days of my entire life. Were you there for 6 days, Astro, or you were just there for the 7 hours? Okay, Barbs. I'm in Do Not Disturb, but I will look at my text right now. Okay, so the first time I ever went to the hospital, I was in my early 20s and I had vertigo. Has anyone had vertigo? Oh, okay. Well, if you haven't had vertigo, it's just like you're unbalanced and you just feel like very dizzy and nauseous and you want to throw up. I couldn't walk because get in your kennel. The dog is just walking around like nothing over here. Also, get in your kennel. And it happened when I woke up like on a Saturday morning, and everything was just spinning. And I didn't walk anywhere. I would run. I ran to the trash can. I ran back to my sitting area. Thankfully I was living with my parents still, and so I was like, "Mom." I think somehow I was able to call her because I don't know where she was. She wasn't home. I was like, "Something is wrong with me." So she took me to the hospital. Astra says, "I remember screaming to myself, 'I'm gonna die. I don't want to die.' Gosh, it was awful." Oh wow, that sounds like it was bad, Astro. Hmm. No, I didn't think I was gonna die. I just was like, this is an awful feeling. Anyways, we're talking about hospital. Any? Yes, Miss Barb, I did get it. I don't like throwing up either. I don't like that either. Well, Casanova, are you? You said you're still in the hospital right now. Yeah, I will pray that everything turns out good for you. That you come out better, stronger, and improved. I'm laughing at whoever is commenting right now. Asher says, "Why Adam and Eve? Why?" When you have time. Yes, I'm going to take a look at it before I go to sleep. Miss Barb. Okay, 2 people retracted their messages. That's funny. I think my phone is fully charged, so we'll see how long this live lasts tonight. Riaz, I don't know you, and I don't take orders or requests from anyone. Oh, goodness. There is Miss Barb's. I missed that. I'm going to put him in timeout for 1 minute just so his comments are gone. Casanova says, "I'm back. I wasn't making them." Oh, are you home, Casanova? Okay, he's listening. It's fully juiced. Yes, Casanova, I appreciate you here as well. Excuse me. Asher says, "I'm alive. That's all that matters. I cried out to God and heard nothing. Yeah, I got mad and almost gave up. But then I saw him, I felt him, he comforted me and saved me. Good for you. See, I've never really had anything like that happen to me in my young age. Um, Motaba. Motaba. Okay. Yeah, Miss Barbs, what did you say ooh at? I think it was what you said, Gabe. Never give up. Nuh-uh-uh. Oh, I'm glad you're back home and now you're making yourself dinner. Is that what you were saying? Asher says, I do feel like there is something big for me. We all have something big. Yes, amen. We all have a reason and a purpose to be here. That's what I thought Miss Barbs was saying ooh about. God's timing, yep. Astro says, because I should have died during that flu. I should have died, but yet I'm still here. Thank God. Second, I don't even know what to say. Just thank God. Omar Zaman. I'm in the dark because it's nighttime. And I'm sitting outside in my backyard. Oh. Gabe, remind me what is your age? There comes the wind. It's really nice. Omar, just remember Satan is not welcomed here in the comments. Oh, you're 42. So you're hip to the slang and all that. Astro says, anywho, let's move on from that. Everyone's favorite moment in the Bible. My favorite moment is when Jesus walked on water. Omar's a monster gone with wind. Okay, Gabe. I try to stay up with the slang because, I have my teenage son. You're wise to the lingo. Asher says, what about comedic moments? What does everyone think the funniest moment was? Well, let's see what other people answered to first. No, there's a lot of comedy in the Bible, Astro. I will say, anytime I've read Jesus call people a fool, that to me is comedic. Oh, Gabe likes the story of Jonah. He's like, caps mean, I think it's like you're lying. I think that's what caps means. Oh, and Jonah wanted to die or whatever, and Jesus is like, nope, you are going to live and you're going to go send a message. Or making fun of. Is that what Ms. Barb thinks caps is? Cap, someone saying something untrue or didn't happen. It's pretty much another word for a lie. We're gonna learn some lingo tonight. Anyone else? Okay, what does cooked mean? I think I know what it means, but I'm gonna ask. What does cooked mean? Omar says, I have a short tooth. What does it mean? Cooked, someone who is in a very terrible situation and doesn't know what to do about it. That's more or less what I was thinking it meant. Gabe says after he got regurgitated from the shark, he was so angry at God, and when he was getting some shade from the heat, God decided to kill the tree, which is further. That is funny, Gabe. Astro says or doesn't have the time or can't resolve it. Okay, do you understand what Omar Zaman was asking? Mysterious lighting tonight. Hey, Hawkman. Yeah, I'm sitting in the back porch. And it's nighttime. Oh, where's the mom? What were you asking? I think my dog is doing something he shouldn't be. He's not listening to me right now. Want to know any other sayings, V? I can't think of any others myself. I think this kind of thing is actually important, says Hogman. And Asha says, in case any other 60-year-olds come on here. Hogman says, we should never support structural barriers to the free exchange of discourse. Support structural barriers. No. Ms. Bar, you weren't here when I told the story, my latest story. Omar Zaman says, or they don't want to cook. They want you to cook for them. That's not what it means, Omar. Asha says, what in the world is Omar saying? Or should I say, what in the world is Omar saying? Harmon says, have you also noticed that life as a whole is far from perfect, but it has perfect moments? Yes, Hawkman. Definitely. Yes, I need to go check on what this dog is doing. I'll be right back. Okay. Ash just says, well, I'm headed out. Yeah, the dog is digging somewhere where he shouldn't be digging. Jesus is King. Amen. Okay, Miss Barb. I left the gate open on purpose, and I prayed that the dog would go find a home. And he did. He walked out. Right as my son was walking out to go to work. I didn't know. And my son said all he had to do was say his name and walk him back into the backyard. And the dog did not hesitate. My son didn't know that's what I did, though. Okay, Omar Zaman says yes. Hey, Bombastic. Yes, I did. And I told my son because it was trash day. And I was like, oh, son, I must have accidentally left the gate open when I was taking the trash out. Because he's like, Mom, did you know the dog was out? He's like, did you leave the gate open? So I had to confess that night that I did. I lied. I lied to my son. So he doesn't know. Bombastic, how are you? Oh no, he's not. He is messing with stuff. I hear him again. Also, get back to your kennel. Barb says, find him a home, Vanessa. The heat is too much. Miss Barb, I'm Mexican and our dogs live outside and they survive. He survived last summer. But yeah, I am trying to find him a home because he needs a good home. Gabe says, hello, Mabastic, one of my favorite people. Blue, how's it going? Let me see if my son is still up front. Yeah, he's still up front. Omar says everybody leaves the garden open somewhere. I'm going to have to see if I can find somewhere out of town maybe to drop him off where they take dogs in because my local place, they're not taking any dogs in right now. So I have to figure that out. I told my son to contact the people we bought the dog from because I'm sure they would take him back. Because he was the person contacting the owner. Omar says, don't do what, Omar? Yeah, I'm gonna ask my son because they have um, texted him and they're like, "How's the dog doing?" So I'm gonna tell him to see if he still has their contact to ask them. Or maybe they could tell us who else was interested in him at the time. Um, yeah. Boombastic, are you still there? What is everybody up to? Omar, you smoke cigarettes? I did not know you smoke. Gabe says, can't wait for the heat. It's still colder than average. Oh, where you're at? Yeah, Boom is being quiet if she is here. Miss Barb is asking, how is the weather? Hello, Ray W. Yes, Omar, the AC turned on as I am sitting outside. Oh, so the newer homes, they have the AC unit on the ground. But I know a lot of places have the AC unit on top. I think it would still be just as loud if it was on top, though. There's a plane. It was over 100. I don't think I ever came outside until I drove my son to his friend's house. I was inside all day, so I didn't realize what the temperature was. I mean, I did come out and water and feed the dog, but I didn't notice. Gabe is in Canada. La, la, la. La, 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 la. Gabe, what time do you go to sleep on a Saturday? What time do you go to sleep, Omar? Because I know you guys are in a different time zone. And the AC turned off. Yes, I remember that show. Well, I don't really remember it, but I know of it. What was that called? That was back in the early 80s, probably. Omar, you are good with music and movies. Three a.m. Wow. I think the latest I've stayed up is maybe 2 o'clock. I think that's the schedule that my brother has. There's sometimes I call him on a Saturday morning and he's asleep. He wakes up late. Or even, I don't know if he sleeps late on Sunday. Oh my goodness. I try to be asleep by 10 o'clock on the weekdays and usually like by midnight on the weekend. You know what? I did not take a nap today. Yes, sir. I am too legit. There goes the AC again. Oh, you can't sleep during the day, Miss Barb? Well, I usually take, when I feel like I'm starting to doze off, is when I sit down and watch the news. I set a timer and I'm like, I'm only sleeping 10 minutes. Maybe, and then I push the snooze button one time. And then I'm good for the rest of the day. But I think it became a habit now. Am I a fan of airplanes? Like, when you say that, do you mean like, do I know all the airplane models? Or do I like flying in a plane? My answer is no to both. I'm not sure. Yes, I take a power nap. And my body is used to it. So it's kind of like, it's become a habit. Right after lunchtime, when I'm looking at the news. But that's usually only Monday through Friday. On the weekends, I don't nap. My body just has a schedule, I guess. I mean, I like to see the planes at nighttime. It looks cool to see the lights in the sky. Let me call Dad the Fix It Man. Okay, Omar Z. When I was living in an apartment a few years ago, I thought everything was just perfect. The location, I was close to everything, to my son's school, to my new job, everything. And y'all, there was one thing I did not factor into it. It was really close to the airport. So the airplanes were so loud 24/7, and I struggled to get a good night's sleep when I lived over there. Gabe says, I love planes. You know, there was a time it was believed that flying was impossible, to build a flying machine. Yeah, that's interesting, right? That at one time it was impossible. Oh, Miss Barb's knows the name. It was Fantasy Island. The only reason I'm very aware of that show is because they some of my family members used to tease my older brother and say that he looked like the little guy when he was little. Oh, you live near the airport, Barb's. But by now you are probably used to it. I'm sure I would have gotten used to it, but I was only there for 1 year, and I struggled with the airplanes always passing through. That's like the train, okay? I don't live near the train tracks, but trains are loud. And I think sometimes it wakes me, sometimes it doesn't. Tattoo, yes. That's what they would call my brother when he was younger. He did not like it. Oh, it's the jets. Gabe says you get used to the noise, though. In my 20s, I lived in an apartment building near a busy railroad track. After a month, I got used to the background noise. I never got used to it. I was there for 1 year in the apartment and I didn't get used to it. You know what the horrible thing is? Speaking of that, when I've had a hotel room that is right next to the elevator and you hear the elevator because I hear noises very well. I smell smells very well. Light will keep me up. And so I would not get a good night's sleep when I had a hotel room right by the elevator. And then we went to some cabins out in the mountains. I guess it's more, and there was a creek. Like I specifically rented a cabin right by the creek because I was like, oh, this will be so cool. Well, guess what? That creek had me up all night long, the sound of it. And then it was made, I was like scared listening to the creek. Yes, I'm a light sleeper. Unless I'm really, really tired. And it's about my bedtime. I'm over here yawning. So I was like, well, I paid extra to be right by the creek, and now I can't even go to sleep. A creek, what? It's supposed to be soothing. I know. That's what I thought too. But you guys, I guess I watched too many scary story movies or something, and I just kept thinking, okay, if somebody is trying to walk towards this cabin, the sound is going to be mixed in with the creek. Like I won't be able to distinguish the difference. All these things were going through my mind. I lived in an apartment that the tracks were on the other side of the wall. I hated it. Oh no, the conductor would constantly blow the horn. That is crazy. It, what, babe? What are lifters? I don't know what a lifter is. Does anybody know? Oh, blowing the whistle all hours. Oh no. That would be horrible. Does anybody know what lifters are? Yeah, did you? I need to get a ceiling fan for this little area because I've kind of enclosed it when I put up this net in my patio. So it's like I get no air here. Anybody else live somewhere where it was no, loud? When I first moved in here, they were just building this area. So early in the morning, and for the next, I don't know, from sunrise to sunset, probably. It was very loud because they were building the other homes. There was construction all for like the first 2 years I lived here. And then they moved down the road and started a new development that way. It wasn't as loud, but I could hear. I could hear all the construction happening. I remember when I first moved here, there was houses on one side of the street but no houses on the other. It was scary when it was nighttime and when it was windy. But yeah, it was exciting. It was an exciting moment when we first moved into this house. Omar Plumber, hello. Omar Plumber is here with the eyes. Probably one of the guys next door throws a loud party. Cheers to the chat, says Omar. Thankfully, I don't have any neighbors who have parties. It's pretty quiet around here. Omar says, "How are you?" You guys, I have my Christmas lights up, and there's one little ant that is here on the porch. And he's going around and around because the Christmas lights are blocking his path. And he's not going over the lights, he's just going in a circle, trying to find a way out. He can't find his way out. He's working late tonight. Oh, Omar. What's Christmas like in hot Arizona? It is beautiful, Gabe. We can have the because I have like a screen door, I keep the door open. It doesn't get too cold. I like to put out my lights. Yeah, it doesn't really get cold until late January. So it is really nice because it gets dark early. The sun comes up later. It's a beautiful time. I think it is festive and social. There's a lot of activities going on. We have a Christmas light parade, which I did like a vlog last year. I don't know. I don't think I went live. No, I did like a vlog about it. And then there's other light parades in other cities. And they kind of do them on a different night. So you can go to several light parades in the month. There's definitely more things to do. Is it social? It's not social like Halloween night. But it's fun. One of these Christmases, I am going to rent a cabin or somewhere where it snows and spend my Christmas that way. Maybe it'll be this year. I'm going to start looking. Oh, when I had rented that cabin, it was in, I think it was in November, and so I took a string of Christmas lights and I decorated the cabin just for the heck of it, because that was as close as I was going to get. Omar says no piece of binding wire ran through my palm, so I was trying to pull it. Oh, that sounds bad, Omar. How are you? Oh, everybody is inside. It's definitely a time that I enjoy watching Hallmark movies every night. For sure. During the month of December. Hello, tattoo and piercings. I've never seen you in here before, but thank you. Barb says, God will heal it, Omar. Yeah, isn't it Hallmark? The Hallmark channel. And there's Christmas movies all the time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Hallmark. Oh, you like Home Alone? Um, I do like classic Christmas movies too, but Hallmark, I can count on a good movie. Always Die Hard Part 1 and 2. One, hello, hello. Yes, dancing would definitely wake me up. What do you dance to, Juan? My night is good. Yeah, it's going good. Omar Plumber says myself as well, Barb's, but I should be going back to the doctor. Latin music. Are you asking how Boombastic is, Omar? She was here, but I don't know where she went to. She just said hello. One likes to slow dance. All right. I have not slow danced in so long. Thank you for being like number 12. Yeah, I have not slow danced in a long time. Now that I think about it. I like to dance, I will say that, but am I a great dancer? I don't know. I do got some rhythm. I don't know any of like the modern dances. I just know, I just have like a simple dance moves. I like to two step to country music. I do like a lot of different Mexican type dances, and then of course just regular music. You just gotta like in the words of the guy that my family friend that taught us how to dance, he's like, it's all in the knees. You just bounce to the beat. You're impressed. Okay, when I do my dancing videos, which there aren't a lot, okay? But when I do them, I am just like, I have to hype myself up, and I'm just laughing at myself. It is good exercise, yes. Sometimes, um, I haven't done it in a while, but sometimes I will dance for my exercise. Yeah, I'm just like talking to myself. I'm like, Vanessa, you're such a fool doing this video, the dancing video. I just laugh at myself. Okay, when I was getting ready for my 20-year school reunion, Casanova's back. Okay, Casanova said he was a dancer, so maybe he'll join this conversation. When I was getting ready for my 20-year reunion, I would dance like for, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour every night leading up to it. Oh, goodness. I'm just laughing telling you guys right now. Casanova, did you have your dinner? All right. Yeah, I understand. I'm glad you're here. You guys, I have this I think it's on DVD. I bought a belly dancing workout video. I bought that a long time ago. Of course, when DVDs were like a thing. Thank you, Omar. I'm just laughing, telling you. Yeah, I have a video for belly dancing. No, I'm not showing that. I would have to like relearn it because it's been a while since I did those workouts. Oh. Okay, what kind of workouts do you guys do? Oh, look at that. Miss Barbie used to take belly dancing. I already told you guys that I also have Oscar de la Hoya boxing workout video. So it helps. Like, I know how to do jabs and what was that? I can't remember what that move is called when you like get down low. You pop up. and, and do some uppercuts and stuff. Juan went swimming today. Oh, I bet that was fun. Juan, you think I can fight? In the name of Jesus Christ, I'm sure I could if I had to. Casanova says, play that bad boy. I'm just. Oh my goodness. I still have a DVD player. You know what? Now that I am talking about it, bob and weave. There you go, Miss Barb. Yes, I learned how to bob and weave, do uppercuts, do jabs, and I would. Part of the workout was to jump rope. A jump roping is a really good workout, especially if you do it in your garage because it's hot in there. Ooh, that's a good workout. Okay, Ria's is back. Okay, you guys, since what is the funniest thing that happened to you? Or embarrassing? One says get hot and sweaty. I don't think hot and sweaty is hot. I don't think it's fire. That's making me think of something. Well, I guess Boombastic is just not here tonight. She popped in to say hello and that was it. Casanova says the embarrassing thing for me, I ran into a see-through glass door, but my excuse was I was drinking a lot. Oh my goodness, Casanova. Oh my goodness. And the good thing I didn't break through, it just it just bounced. That is good that it didn't break. It happens to the best of us, yes. Okay, there was one morning I went upstairs to wake my son up, and on the way down, I was barefoot, but my feet were like slipping, sliding down the stairs, and I ended up like bouncing. I like sat down, and I was bouncing. I was like, well, it's better than falling. You would have had to pay for it. Yep. Yeah, I was so scared when I was going down the stairs and realized like I don't even know how to explain it. Like my feet were not they were not getting any traction. There was no gripping. And I just had this fear of me rolling down the stairs. I was bouncing on my bottom. I was like, oh Lord, I'm glad I have a lot of padding in this instance. If only I had a camera in that moment on me, I bet it would have been hilarious. Miss Barb said she bounced all the way down. Okay, guys, this didn't happen to me. It happened to my mom. May she rest in peace. I'm gonna share it. It's good to Casanova. Come on. No, he didn't. Okay, so you know those little Rubbermaid step stools? They're like, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches, and they're really small. So my mom had one, and she she got on it to put something. I think she was hanging stuff up in her kitchen wall, like above the cabinet. And next thing, so I was in the, like, I wasn't exactly in the kitchen, but I could see her hanging stuff up on the wall. And then that stool, it like went sliding, and my mom was like this, and the stool went sliding, and she fell. And I could not stop laughing. She was so mad. So of course I went and helped her up, but I was laughing. I when somebody when somebody like does something like that, my instinct is to laugh, you guys. I'll go and help them, but that's my instinct. It's just I just start laughing. Barb's is just like that. There was so many people. So Barb, you're talking about when you went bouncing down the stairs. People were looking at you laughing. I'm happy all the time, aren't I? And then I happened to come across a short of someone falling off of that little Rubbermaid step stool. And I sent it to my older brother. I'm like, this is what happened to mom. And he was laughing. He was like, whatever happened to that stool? I was like, she probably threw it away after she fell. Oh, that's too funny, Miss Barb. It's just a special moment that no one will forget. I'm trying to think of something else. This isn't embarrassing, but here's another story. When I lived in the apartments with my son, he would throw out the trash. So I would stand at my apartment door and watch him because it was right across. It wasn't far. Like, it was in my visual. It was close. So that was his duty. So he would all, and sometimes I would record him. He would like stand far away from the trash can, and I would see him twirling the trash bag, and he would like throw the trash bag into the trash can. Sometimes he made it, sometimes he didn't. So he'd go pick it up. But then when he would come back, he would run back to the apartment, and he fell and he cried. He was in sixth grade. He cried like he was really hurt. So I run to him and I'm like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" Trying to help him up. I really don't know what happened. I think because he got up and he was just fine. And I'm like, "What was wrong with you, child?" I don't know if he was scared that something happened, but yeah, I'll never forget that moment. Isaac says, "I want to laugh with y'all, but I'm craving French toast." Jesus says, "Vanessa, sometimes I get embarrassed. I heard about your son. He got a job." Yes, he has a job. I don't know if I really get embarrassed, but I laugh at myself when something when something funny happens. I laugh at my own self. I did go running to him, and yeah, I was laughing, of course, from the door. But then by the time I got to him, I was worried. I'm like, "What is wrong with this boy?" Like, I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, "Did you break something? What happened?" Okay, and I think I've shared this. Oh, thank you, Gia. Casanova says he would probably just overthinking. He probably was. Barb says, "My mom and I were at the mall. She was wearing these Roman sandals. Well, she slipped and I couldn't stop laughing. She was so mad at me. I did help her up though." Oh my goodness. I think my son was in fourth grade, and we went for a bike ride. It was a beautiful like park where we used to live at back then, and it had a long sidewalk that, I don't know, it was like 1 mile, 1.5 mile sidewalk. She did the splits. Oh my goodness. That is too funny, Barbs. So the park went down because it was also the water reservoir. Like, if it rained a lot, that's where the water would go to, which it rarely rained. So it was always a beautiful area to go throw a frisbee, play kickball, whatever. So we were riding our bikes on the sidewalk, and so there's a steep way down into the park, and my son fell off of his bike. He was pedaling really fast and going down fast, and I told him, like, slow down. So he ends up falling. His bike is off of the sidewalk, but he landed in the middle of the sidewalk, and he's crying. Okay, so I'm trying to catch up to him, but at a safe pace, because I didn't want to go falling as well. So I'm on my bike, coming down. He's crying, but he happens to see me going on the bike. He stopped crying and he rolled off the sidewalk. And I was like, son, I guess you're okay because you stopped crying, but I was not going to run you over. It was just too funny. Oh. Gabe says, Stephen S., I've always suspected there's something very mischievous behind that smile of yours. I just can't help it. I'm trying to think of the more recent incident where I was laughing. Oh, my uncle. Okay. This was 2 Thanksgivings ago. My uncle got down to pick up. He dropped like a napkin or something. I don't know. He was drinking. Okay, he had been drinking a lot already. And he got down to pick up whatever he dropped. And we were at my cousin's house celebrating the Thanksgiving weekend. And their countertop made like an L shape. So my uncle grabbed onto the counters, right in the corner. But he could not get up because underneath was a slippery rug that did not have any grip. Okay, so every time he tried to get up, his foot would go sliding. And he couldn't get up. So I'm laughing. But I'm the one who went and helped him up. Out of everybody, the guys, I'm the one who went and helped my uncle up. As I was laughing, he's like, don't be laughing at me. Oh my goodness, somebody's driving really fast. Yes. I just can't help it. Okay, I wasn't the only one laughing, all right? As Barb says, good something. Anyways, laughing is good for us. I would rather laugh than cry. I feel like bugs are crawling in my hair. What time? Oh my goodness, it's 11:30. It is late. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to end here. Set my alarm so I can wake up early to get to the office early in the morning. My son is still up. He's outside in the garage working on his truck. Let me see. Oh, he has somebody with him. I'm trying to see who's in the car with him. No, I'm trying to be nosy. I do not work tomorrow, Miss Barb, but I just need to like pop in to see if somebody dropped off a key. I'm glad I made you laugh, Miss Barb. Have a good night, and God bless you as well. Okay, y'all, I need to see what my child is doing before I get up and go in the house. I'm looking at my cameras. A crash pad. I'm just literally gonna step in there, and maybe I'll go right now because the keys have to be there by midnight. They had to put it in the door, and my son said he would go with me. He probably forgot though because his friend is here. Okay, y'all, I think I might be out here a little bit longer. Thank you, Miss Barb. I'm scared to go over there too. I'm a little bit worried to see what I might walk into. Somewhere to nap at work, seeing how an apartment just became available, right? I'm not gonna sleep there, Gabe. Even if it was free, I don't think I would sleep there at those apartments. No. They're not luxurious apartments, y'all. He said not tonight. Hello, Gupta. Ooh. I had a bug crawling on me. um, I probably could, Gabe. I could get a little bit comfortable. In the office, it's nice and comfortable. I was thinking about making the back. See, this is something that went through my mind, like making the very back room a little lounge area for the moments when I finally get caught up and there's just like a downtime, just hanging out in that back room, maybe taking my tablet so I could watch a movie or something. And take one of those, you know, those folding chairs that are like a circle? Getting one of those chairs and just putting that in the back so that it's mine and I know where it's been and all that. And then maybe having like a small area rug. But maybe. That's something I'm considering. You know what, y'all? I gotta get inside. What the heck? If I get seen, I get seen. I got to get to my room. And ask my child if he still wants to go at this time. I guess his friend can come with me, can come with us. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have both of them come with me. All right, y'all. I made up my mind. I gotta go get dressed so I can go to work, pop in. No, I'm not going into the apartment. I'm just gonna stay in the office because I got plenty of office space. All right, send y'all peace, love, and know that Jesus Christ loves you the most. Thanks for hanging out. I hope to see you next time. Have a good, blessed, beautiful day or night.